What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about if we're going to get Spyro 4 in 2021. And guys, I feel, and girls, I don't want to exclude anybody, I feel really good about this. I really, really do. We talked about this before. We talked about this back at the Game Awards, if we could see a trailer for this game at the Game Awards. And alas, we got like 4 or 5 kind of headline things at the Game Awards, which, by the way, I did kind of predict early on that was something we were going to get. But this is not an Alex was right video. This is a Spyro 4 video. I feel good about this. I really, really do. We could use some of the same stuff we talked about then now, in that Crash had his year, and Crash had an amazing year. Okay, Crash 4, It's About Time, was, in my opinion, not just an amazing game. It made it made a nominee for my Game of the Year awards. If you guys didn't watch my Game of the Year awards, make sure you guys check it out. But it was one of my favorite games of 2020. It is maybe my favorite Crash game. Now, Crash Bash will always be my favorite. Like main installment Crash games, it may be like the best one. I really do think so. It was so good. So Crash had its turn. Spyro, I think we can all kind of clearly see, right? Nobody's really confused about it, that Spyro is kind of following the exact same path that Crash did. Now, Spyro didn't have a Spyro Team Racing, but they had, the Spyro Reignited trilogy, and it did very well. In fact, I believe sales for Spyro did better than the Insane trilogy. At least it did in the UK. I don't know if you can necessarily kind of like expand that and say, okay, it did better overall, but it did do at least better in the UK than Insane Trilogy, so maybe it did do better just in general, okay? So, that was it. That's all we've gotten so far from Spyro. By the way, it's an amazing game. I actually own it. I just had my daughter play it because I bought it for myself. I bought it for me and my wife to play it, when it first launched, but we kind of bought it with a mindset that, like, later on in life, like 1, 2, 3, 4 years later, like, our daughter could play it, so maybe we'll kind of set that up, but it was so good. It was so good. I'm a big Spyro guy. Spyro was kind of towards the bottom of my spectrum when I was a kid. I was huge into Crash, Sly Cooper. Once I got into more like the 10, 11, 12 age period, I love to death. Like Sly was the thing for me. So Spyro, I did play Spyro, but Spyro was on the bottom end, maybe around like the Digimon area, and I did actually play the Digimon games as well. But no, I really think Spyro can get a new game this year. Again, now there are actual, not like solidified things to kind of back us up, but I believe in some art book or something, I don't know the exact specifics, but in an art book, I saw people doing like videos on it, or like speculation that they did tease like a Spyro thing in there. So, I do think Spyro's in the works. Now, is it the same team that worked on Insane Trilogy? Is it the same team that worked on, there's so many teams Activision kind of just has juggling out there that really could be any of them, but I do think a Spyro 4 is in the works, and honestly, I don't know, like it was 2018, right? So it was fall of 2018, September, October, I don't actually remember the month, but it was one of those 2 months in 2018 was when the Reignited trilogy came out. We're now entering year 2.5-ish, right? We're going to be 3 years this upcoming fall. So I will gladly take a new Crash game every year. They haven't done it every year, right? They've kind of spaced it out. 2017, I believe, was the Insane Trilogy. 2019 was Nitro Fueled, and then 2020 was Crash 4. So close to every year for Crash. I would like that. If Spyro takes away from that, I wouldn't be all that disappointed, because again, like, this is the point. You know what I mean? The reason we got Insane Trilogy, the reason we got Nitro Fueled is to get Crash 4. That was the whole point. Now, it kind of sucks that that game did not sell well. In fact, that game, I bet, probably sold the worst out of those 3 games, which is truly disappointing, and also kind of weird, because, like, if you bought the old stuff, I guess you're only buying it for nostalgia, you're only buying it to play what you played as a kid, but, like, then you're not gonna buy the new thing? Like, I don't know. It goes into, like, the music thing, where maybe you want bands to only play, like, the one-hit one, or, like, their biggest hits, instead of, like, actually make new music, which is the whole point they became big in the first place, is because they made original new music. That's a tangent, but it does apply to these games. It really does, because it's the same thing, honestly. If Spyro 4 comes out and it doesn't do well, it's again where it's, and by the way, I know there's been more than 4 Spyros, right? We're kind of doing this, the Crash thing, where they're gonna ignore most of the Spyro games and just like start at after 3, okay? Just to clarify that. But it'd be the same thing. Like if Spyro 4 comes out and it doesn't do well, it's like, all right, well, you can only support old stuff for so long. Like, they only do remakes and remasters so much for old things. Eventually, they either have to completely stop, which would make people upset, or they have to make a brand new game. And not everybody may love it, but that's again the thing with like Crash, where I think Crash 4 is incredible, and just not. It seems like not enough people bought it. Now, was it the price? Maybe. So maybe Spyro comes out and it's less money. Maybe it's only $40, $50 instead of a $60 game. Who knows? But I do think this could be the year. I really do. We know Activision is very much into this stuff. We know that they love doing the remakes. They did Tony Hawk. They've done Crash before. They've done actually a lot of other stuff. But we know they're into it. We know they're into. In fact, I think they've even said it. Like one of their heads have said in the past, like, we are looking to expand on franchises that we already had like existing, right? Kind of hinting at, okay, Crash, we already did some stuff with. Now we're going to do new stuff with. Spyro, we've done stuff with. Now we're going to do new stuff. So they have hinted at it. Again, like that art book, whatever that whole situation was, I do think a Spyro 4 is coming, and I think it's coming very, very soon. Hopefully it releases this year. Activision, just as a publisher, we don't know all that much. Obviously Call of Duty in the fall, but we don't know all that much more about what's happening in 2021. I do think Spyro could be one of the things, though. Let me know, guys, in the comments below. What do you think? Do you think this is the year we get a Spyro 4? What would you want it to look like? What would you want it to be like? Let me know in the comments below. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. If you guys want to join our Discord server, link for that is in the description below. We would love to have you there. Lots of really, really amazing, nice people that are very quiet, but they're very nice people. So if you guys want to join the Discord server, have a blast, talk to the community there, we'd love to have you, okay? Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.